Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Age channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me, guys. As I heard, the promoter of former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua shared his words plan for the next few fights. According to Hearn, Anthony will return to the ring in July and fight with an opponent of the level of his past opponent, American Jermaine Franklin. After that, Joshua will arrange a race with the leaders of his division, with the likes of Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder and Joyce. Our next move will be a fight in July with a rival of the level of Jermaine Franklin. I don't know how you feel about this, but this is what Joshua needs. Anthony's entire career was built on mandatory fights and duels that fans wanted. Now let's do everything right, and after that we will arrange a race in which Wilder, Fury, Joyce and others will participate. Hearn said. The famous British boxer Tony Bellew believes that winning a rematch with Dillian Whyte will not help Anthony Joshua improve his reputation, unless he can quickly deal with his long-time antagonist. I don't see why Joshua wouldn't fight with Whyte. I think this is a big and principled home fight. But I won't lie, I think Joshua will be in a losing position in this fight. He won't win anything unless he takes down Whyte in 2 rounds. And this is very difficult to do because Whyte will cause problems to anyone except Tyson Fury. If Joshua agrees to fight Dillian now, then he will need to give a brutal and ruthless performance to show himself in all his glory, Bellew said. Undefeated British heavyweight Fabio Wardley said that former United World Champion Anthony Joshua should have a rematch with Dillian Whyte in the next fight. As for me, the most obvious fight for Joshua is a fight with Dillian Whyte, and I have my own reasons why I would like to see him. I think it makes the most sense. Both of them returned after defeating Jermaine Franklin. Both of these victories were not particularly remarkable. Naturally, they both want to be among the top 2-4 heavyweight fighters. I think in order to achieve this, they need to decide which of the 2 of them will move forward, Wardley said. American heavyweight Michael Coffey shared his opinion about where his compatriot Deontay Wilder draws his phenomenal power from. Coffey, who helped the Bronze Bomber prepare for a rematch with Steven, both fights with Luis Ortiz after the first fight with Tyson Fury, believed that the secret of Wilder's power lies in the constitution of his body. We sparred in 18-ounce gloves. I always say it's a heavyweight, so everyone has strength here. But I think what makes Wilder unique is that he has the same power. Having a smaller frame, he has the build of a cruiser, but he hits like a big heavyweight. I think he stands out because of that. Wilder hits hard because he is trying to punch you with every punch. He fell because he is invested in the punch, Coffey said. As heard, Anthony Joshua's promoter say that he was contacted by his American colleague Bob Arum, who represents the interests of the WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury, and asked about his words plans for the next fight. He admitted that he is not yet considering the option of a big fight for his word, but at the same time he is ready to consider the proposal of the head of Top Rank. The question is, are we ready to take a massive fight now? Bob Arum called me the other day. I was quite surprised. We were talking about AJ and Tyson Fury. He said, "What do you think?" I replied, "I really don't know. We are always ready to discuss a big fight, but I doubt that we are ready to hold a pay-per-view event in July. Still, we can look at the numbers if they agree to discuss this issue later this year. I can say for sure that Joshua will fight in July. At the moment, we have some big options for a big fight," Hearn said. As Hearn told when his words will return to the ring and how many fights he is going to hold this year. According to the promoter, AJ intends to fight twice more this year, and the next fight will take place in July. I get asked about Joshua all the time. There were a few conversations about important fights in December, but now we need to decide who AJ will fight next. He's going to be back in July. Yes, he intends to perform in July and again in December. It's all intriguing. I know. So now we just have to decide what kind of fight we want in July, Hearn said. Malik Scott, the coach of former WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, believes that the star Briton Anthony Joshua became not himself after a crushing defeat by Andy Ruiz. in 2019. Recall that last weekend Joshua won on points against American Jermaine Franklin, after which he challenged undefeated compatriot Tyson Fury. He gave the impression of a slightly fearful and an insecure fighter, Scott said in an interview. And he's been like that ever since he got into a fight with Andy Ruiz. Even when he fought against Kubrat Pulev and had a rematch with Andy Ruiz. By the way, in my opinion, those were his best fights. He was still very careful in terms of tactics and defense. He began to think too much in the ring when he lost to Andy Ruiz. And for such a bulky and physically strong fighter, threatening with his appearance alone, this is not good. AJ is not the most ugly guy, but he has a very powerful punch. At the same time, it is fast. In fact, he is known as one of the few heavyweights who knows how to work perfectly in series. But why did he combine punches so badly in the last 3 or 4 fights against smaller opponents? He has no problems with form or preparation. I think his main problem is in his head, Scott said. Former world heavyweight champion Tony Bellew is convinced that in the foreseeable future, there are good chances to organize a British mega fight in heavyweight between WBC world champion Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Now there will be a dialogue between Eddie Hearn, George Warren and Joshua's team. There are a lot of things that need to be clarified, but the path is open for both fighters, Bellew said. Barry Hearn, the founder of Matchroom Boxing, argues British heavyweight Anthony Joshua to act wisely and refrain from a fight with his compatriot, WBC champion Tyson Fury for now. I think Tyson will watch Anthony's last performance and say, I'm ready to fight him. Joshua has to decide what he needs, a big fee or a win. In a second case, he will have to study longer, so he needs 2 or 3 more warm-up fights. The public doesn't like it, they demand a big fight from him. Who knows, maybe it's time to take your money. There is a temptation to arrange this big fight and earn a lot of money, but common sense outweighs it all for an old-fashioned and old man like me. Obviously, we need 2 more warm-up fights, but we live in a world ruled by commerce, Hearn said. Filip Hrgović is confident that he will easily defeat the former world champion in his weight Anthony Joshua, if he is in the same shape on the day of the fight as during the fight with American Jermaine Franklin. Filip also claimed that he did not see any changes in AJ after he started training with Derek James. I didn't see any changes in it. During the fight he was sleepy and slow. I will destroy him if we meet. I think I'll do it without any problems. If he is in this form during our fight, then I will destroy him. My boxing skills, my chin, my speed, my strength is all going to be too much for him, Hrgović said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.